Hello, Mark Laurie on a Saturday with a YouTube video. A little unique. No sweater. Casual Saturday for us here at the Board of Education. We're here because we want to provide you with information that may help you, things that you may need to know, and to make you feel comfortable and connected to our school district. Let's begin with a talk about the governor's statement about schools being closed to April 15th. That would be the earliest schools would be closed until. I want you to know that as a group of Niagara County superintendents, we've agreed to stay together throughout the county, and we'll give you the most recent and current up-to-date information about when schools reopen. And we're hoping it's sooner rather than later, but it certainly will be on April. It will be beyond April 15th. I think that's safe and fair to say. We have just a few learning packets remaining at all of our schools for all of our grade levels. Elementary has their elementary packets, middle school and high school, etc. So next week, Monday, I'm assuming that they will all be gone. These are not new learning packets. Of course, the learning packets are online. You can go there online. I know and recognize there are some that don't have technology. And we are devising a plan next week to try to support those students, mainly in high school, and some of our special needs students who don't have technology, laptops, etc. We're going to devise a plan for you as our first priorities, and then we'll also have to find out how we can get you to the internet, because you can't just take a computer without the internet. It really won't do what it's supposed to do. You're on our mind, we know, and we're working hard to get there. Middle school students, especially 8th graders, apologize about the cancellation of your Washington, D.C. trip. We believe it was the right move to do. The good news, parents and students, is that your refunds will be coming to you beginning next week. The staff at Gaskell and LaSalle are working hard to do that. We've given the authorization to go forward, and you can expect a check to be mailed home, not picked up, mailed home very soon. Special education students who need special assistance, special needs, be it speech or what have you. Next week, we're going to lay out a plan and process for annual review. That process will include the possibility of doing it over the phone. However, we'll need your consent and the district's consent to do that. But those that are scheduled for an annual review, please know it's on my mind, on our mind, and we'll develop a process that we'll share with you next week. We had to shut down some of our construction work, our capital projects to put air conditioning, new bathrooms, a lot of electrical work in our school had to stop because it wasn't deemed essential to the safe running of the schools. We do not want to be afoul of the governor's directive, but there are 4 schools, Maple Avenue, Hyde Park, 79th, and G.J. Mann, that the contractors needed to tie up loose ends, put rooms back together, get ceiling tiles removed, and make sure that the rooms were ready for students to return. So we will be in the next 2 weeks winding down some construction in those rooms. The other schools will not have the regular progression of capital projects, so you shouldn't see any additional workers there. I mentioned on my auto dialer call that we're thinking of a special group today. We always think about our English as a second language or new language students that attend Kelfis, G.J. Mann, LaSalle Prep, and Niagara Falls High School. We do try our very best to provide these videos and calls in your native language. We're thinking of you. We know your teachers are, and we will do everything we can to help you feel as comfortable with your learning packets as possible. Niagara Falls High School students, scholarships. If you're going to mail it back to the high school, use the address of 4455 Porter Road, Niagara Falls, New York, 14305. The school counselors will be in to go through the mail, look at scholarships, place them in the correct pile, add a transcript to be sent electronically to the provider if that provider doesn't come from Niagara Falls High School. If it comes from Niagara Falls High School, we will stick to the deadlines therein, such as the Common App, which has a lot of scholarships contained within. That's April 24th. If you haven't started a scholarship application, seniors, great time to do it. Go online, go to the page, get your scholarship application, and work on it. Tomorrow evening, staff, we will have a webinar at 7 o'clock. The link comes from Roger Carroll and Jean Colbago. I know if you send them an email, they'll send you the link so you can register for it. We had a great webinar last week. Over 300 people attended. I'll begin the webinar by giving you updates, and then I have questions that have been sent in during the week to me and to the previous webinar. I'll answer those, and then we'll take new questions. We'll stay on as long as you need to. It'll probably go 1 hour to an hour and a half. Teachers, grades 3 through 12, your grades close for students tomorrow. Remember to be very judicious but liberal with the use of I, meaning incomplete. Always err on the side of giving the student the break to turn in work. We can change that I to a grade later on down the road, and we will do that. I'll insist upon that. But your grades are closing tomorrow, and they're due in by the teachers for next Wednesday, so we'll stay right on that report card schedule. Monday, I'll be on Facebook Live with a couple of our great Niagara Falls High School students, and I'll answer students' questions from their perspective and try and share information. It's pretty rainy out. Good day for me to be at work, out of the house doing work, and it feels good to be here. It feels good to be with you, albeit kind of far away. Can't wait till you return, but we will return quicker if we wash our hands, stay socially distant, and follow all the good rules that our doctors are providing for us. Thank you very much for being a part of our school district.